So before this video starts, I'm just going to apologise for not uploading in 2 weeks. But if you saw the last video, you know how I was feeling about it, and obviously a few days later it was announced that Salah was dead. I don't know if the search is still even continuing at all for the pilot, Dave Ibbotson. So we can likely assume that he's dead as well, but it is still pretty sad. But I feel like I'm starting to get over it now, and that I can start making videos again, and we'll hope to continue to make them on a consistent basis. And you know, it's half term now as well, so got a bit more time to make them and to revise for tests as well. But yeah, anyways, I hope you understand why I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. But I'm back now. I don't know if I'll be doing it on a weekly basis or like twice a week, like I have been doing a little bit. It's more just I upload when I feel like it. Like there's not a schedule or anything. It's just kind of like got free time. Let's make some videos. Sorry, let's make a video. I don't make more than one video at once usually. But anyways, gonna get into today's video just after this nice little transition, aka using the pause feature. Hello guys, and welcome back to another Nerd Adventure YouTube video. So it pains me to say this, but there are two huge issues in football which are ruining the sport, and one of them is diving. So the official definition here that I've got: in association football, diving is an attempt by a player to gain an unfair advantage by falling to the ground and possibly feigning, don't know how to pronounce that, an injury to give the impression that a foul has been committed. Dives are often used to exaggerate the amount of contact present in a challenge. Deciding on whether a player has dived is often very subjective and one of the most controversial aspects of football discussion. Players do this so that they can receive free kicks or penalty kicks, which can provide scoring opportunities. Also, the opposing player receives a yellow or red card, giving their own team an advantage. Diving is also known as simulation, the term used by FIFA. The other subject is a bit more of a serious one. And it's not just an issue in football, it's just the world's problem. And that is racism. So the official definition of racism is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior. So these are two big issues that are ruining football, in my eyes. Like, you can have your own opinion on it, right? These are pretty serious issues. But I'm just going to be giving my thoughts today. And you can agree with me, you can disagree with me. I'm not fussed. And yeah, I'm going to try and prevent this from like getting like in like legal context and like political context. It's only really important with the racism, but yeah, so starting with diving. So diving, I'm gonna call it simulation maybe in this video, but simulation is like a problem. Thankfully, it's starting to be punished for some players. That's the important thing. For some players are getting punished for diving, some players are not. And there's a bit of a pattern with the players who are getting punished and those who aren't. You'll notice maybe that the teams who are not part of the top 6 and have players who are diving are getting punished. But the players who are not playing in the top 6, sorry, the players who are playing in the top 6 and diving are not getting punished. Why is this? This is a common thing in football that we like to call big team bias. Like, I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan of a team that's not part of the top 6. But there's a problem that referees just don't have the courage to punish the top teams. Like, don't know why, but for some reason they have this idea that these players are gonna do something to them. So, if you didn't know, generally speaking, if after a game there's an incident which seems like it is a dive, a panel of, I think it's like 3 people, they're like ex-players and either current referees or ex-referees, I think, and like some like coaches or something. They all review the incident, and if they all agree that it's a dive, then the player who dived or committed simulation gets a 2-game suspension. I think it's only happened twice since the rule was introduced. First being Oumar Niasse, and the second being Manuel Lanzini. I can't recall another time it has been used, but it could have been. But what? That's not even. That's not even remote punishment, is it? Like, what? So what if a team loses one of their players for 2 games? They can just throw one of their other multi-million stars onto the pitch instead. And I think I heard an interview somewhere before, or like an article or something. I'll just let me just see it. Yeah, it was. I knew I'd read something before, but like this time last year, the Mirror published an article saying bans and fines won't stop players diving. Why am I highlighting this? You can't even see it. I'm just highlighting it to read it to myself. So it's time to start docking clubs points as punishment. Now, that I can agree with. So, yeah, they said it perfectly. The Premier League is becoming a playground for play actors. And yeah, they said what I said already. Banning players doesn't matter. Managers will just summon another multi-million-pound purchase off the bench. Hitting them in the pocket is going to have little effect, as Premier League clubs are awash with cash. The only punishment they are going to take any notice of is retrospective action, and lopping off a few points will do the trick. It sounds strict and potentially unworkable. Yeah, they talk about opening up the debate. But yeah, so I agree with that. Like what's a, well, the other idea, the other thing they could do is lengthy bans, like they do in Scotland, I'm pretty sure you get a 6-game ban in Scottish football if you dive, which is good. Like a 2-game ban, I mean, like you could. There's a chance. Actually, no, not really. There's a chance that one of those games might not even be the next league game. Like if teams playing the Carabao Cup or FA Cup in between the next league game or game after, then that game will count as one of the suspended games, so it doesn't impact them in the league too much. I mean, if it's a big player, yes and no. But if your big player gets suspended for 6 games, yikes. Like, right, picture this. Picture Tottenham if you took Harry Kane away. Just try and picture it. Where would Tottenham be? I mean, yes, they'll only lose him for 6 games if he dies. And I'm not accusing Harry Kane of dying here. It's just, I'm using him as an example, okay? Like, yeah, granted, Harry Kane's not my favourite player because he's a Tottenham player. But I still like him because he plays for England and stuff. But yeah, it's... If a team loses one of their best players for 6 games, that makes an impact. That can be quite a few points dropped. But if you take a look at like Man City, for example, if you take Sterling out, that's okay. You can put Sane in, you can put Mahrez in. Like Man City have lots of players. Liverpool, you take Salah out, you can put Shaqiri in. I mean, you can put the Ox in when he returns from injury. Like, it's like a 6-game suspension. Yeah, it's gonna give the small teams a big kick, but no, not the big teams. I mean, a points deduction. It's a bit. It pushes it a little bit, but teams die if you get penalties, and you score the penalty. That's an extra goal for you. That could be 1 extra point if you're losing and the penalty gets you back level. If you're drawing and the penalty puts you in front, and then that's 2 points gained because you've gone from a draw to a win. These are points that you wouldn't have got if you'd have played by the rules of the game, or you'd been booked for diving by the referee. Yeah, I didn't mention that. If the referee catches you diving, then you go into the book. And yeah, so I think the only fair way that we could do the points deduction is that, well, I mean, particularly if the dive led to a free kick or a penalty, which was the source of a goal, then yeah, that's pretty simple. Just deduct the points that they gained because if they were losing 2-1 and dived to win a free kick and then scored that free kick, deduct them a point. And if it was a dive to win the game, then deduct them 2 points. So that works. I feel like the better method to do it would be just to do it so that the more you do it, the more you get in trouble. So the first thing that we could do, first time you dive, like, we have it from like teams. So first time a player dies, the player will get a fine and maybe a short suspension, like 1 or 2 games. If they do it again, they get a point deduction. If they do it again, they get 2 points deducted. If they do it again after that, we'll deduct them 3 points. And if they're silly enough to keep going, then deduct 5 points. And do it each time that they continue to dive in a game. But I feel like for insignificant dives, if you get what I mean, like if it was just in like the middle of the field or whatever, he just dives and like wins a free kick, like maybe like a suspension at worst, but that's not exactly a game-changing thing. I mean, you should have a panel of people looking at it, deciding if the dive has a big impact. Now, the problem they have is consistency, obviously, because like, not always will we be able to get the same panel of people in each time to review every potential dive, and so you'll have to get different people in, but different people have different standards of what they consider diving to what someone else considers diving or simulation. So it's a tough issue to tackle. I really wish the simple method, just stop doing it. Like that'll be much better, but you know, it's kind of considered part of the game in like South American countries and like Spain and stuff now, so it's not as simple as that, unfortunately. Anyways, for racism, we've had quite a few racist incidents in the Premier League recently. The most recent being West Ham fans being racist to Mohamed Salah, which unfortunately at West Ham we have a lot of fans that are just like that, racist, and so, and there was that other fan, like I think like 13 months ago now, who was taunting Jake Livermore because his kid had died before, which is just horrible and out of order, if you ask me. I don't actually even know what happened to that fan. I think they got like banned indefinitely or something. And yeah, look, racism too. It's just like, I'll look at the meaning again. Directed against someone of a different race. Like, why can't we just get along better? Like people come from different places. Like, why can't fans just accept that? Like, I think at times it's just people can't take how good someone is, and so they'll just call them out because of where they come from. Which is unfortunate, but sadly we have people like that amongst us on this planet, and we're not allowed to kill them or whatever. So what can we do, really? I mean, like, Michail Antonio was giving me an interview about it before. I'll try and find it. The article about it. Yeah. So he's doing this interview with Sky Sports. So I'll just basically read it to you. West Ham forward Michail Antonio has demanded points deductions and stadium closures for any team whose fans were involved in racist incidents. Part of me agrees with that, part of me doesn't. So I'm gonna start with the part with what I agree. Like, racism is horrible. Like, you should be punished harshly for it. And if a club isn't doing enough to prevent racist fans, then yeah, they should be punished with points deductions and stadium closures. Just prevent it. So Antonio's goals come after Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah received alleged racist abuse from West Ham fans in one order at the London Stadium this month. This incident followed Manchester City forward Raheem Sterling allegedly being racially abused by fans at Chelsea in December. In the same month, Arsenal striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang had a banana skin thrown at him during the North London derby, which resulted in a Tottenham fan being banned from football for 4 years and fined. Antonio told Sky Sports News, "Finding an individual does nothing. That one person, okay, gets banned for life, but to be honest, no one has a picture of his face. He can get back into the stadium." That sums it up well. Like, and like, you can't just like give stewards a massive list of people who are banned from stadiums and like pictures, because it'll be like the length of from like here to another country, like, because unfortunately we have so many racist people on the planet. So yeah, if you affect their team, these fans love their team. Fans, his friends, are going to turn on him. Now, this leads well onto the part that I don't agree with what he said before about the points deductions and state closure. Not always are these people actually fans of their teams. They just went to the game to be racist to the players, unfortunately. And yeah, why should a club be punished for that? Like, they're not one of their fans. And yeah, I kind of, I've not explained it too well, really, but okay. Anyways, on with the article. If you start playing games behind closed doors and deducting points, then the problem is inside themselves. They're going to deal with it themselves. A Sky data poll for Sky Sports News revealed on Monday that 86% of football fans who regularly attend matches in the UK have witnessed a racist incident. That figure is way too high. Just stop being racist, honestly. Like, can I put it in a better way? with that figure rising to 93% Black, Asian and minority ethnic supporters. Asked for his reaction to the survey results, Antonio said, 86% is quite high, to be honest. Yes, it is. I would have said more in the 40s, but I put it down to ignorance more than anything else. I feel like it is getting worse, but I'm not going to blame the English leagues. I would blame the FA and UEFA because I don't feel like they're strict enough when it happens. Racism can be stopped in football stadiums, but it all depends on what the FA and UEFA want to do about it. If they want to hammer down on it next season, it could take 5 or 10 years to eradicate. They keep thinking of other solutions rather than just hitting it straight on the head, and then it could take generations. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just how big the problem of racism is. And unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about it. It's a horrid thing, but I just... hard to say, really. I don't really know how to say it. How we could stop it. Like having more stewards would help if there were to be more stewards. Because, like, I've been to games before, like, at different levels as well. I've been to League 2 games, and I've been to Prem games. Been to playoff finals and stuff. So, like, I've been to Old Trafford before to see United games. Like, when there's full capacity stadium and stuff. There isn't, like, a huge number of stewards. Like, you've just got, like, 1 or 2 monitoring, like, small sections. Because, like, the seating is split up quite massively. Like, you have so many turnstiles, and depending on where you go in a certain turnstile, and yeah, you pretty much have a few stewards monitoring your sections. Like, how you get more stewards is a problem. Like we shouldn't have to take police away from doing their roles in the big cities and stuff just so they can monitor a football match and activity of fans about a match, because that's just messed up. Like we shouldn't lower number of police in protecting the world just because some people are racist at football matches. But what else can you do, really? It can be stopped, but it's going to take a long time. Or the alternative is that we just learn to respect one another, regardless of where we come from, of how we're different. Like, I'm sounding a bit cliche here, but we should appreciate different people, because if everyone was the same, that would just be boring. Like, I can't say it any more simply. Like, what needs to happen is the people that are closest to these people that are being racist at games, tell them to stop. If you know someone that is racist, just tell them to stop. Like what are people even achieving with racism? Like what do people want to achieve with racism? Are they like trying to just get people kicked out of society or something? Like Unfortunately, there is a large amount of prejudice against different racial groups. Main one in particular, unfortunately, is Muslims, because there's been so many terrorist attacks in this country that have been done by people who claim to be Muslims, that unfortunately makes everyone else see Muslims as bad people. Like, just because some Muslims are bad doesn't mean all of them are. And I think people just need to take a step back and realise, like, they just need to think a bit more in life before they abuse people because of where they come from. Because we're not all the same. Like, I'm not something because someone else is. Say, if, let's say my uncle was a crazed killer that murdered loads of people. That doesn't mean I'm one. That doesn't mean anyone else in my family is. It just means he is one. Like I don't think people are realising this enough. Like stereotypes and stuff are causing these huge problems. Like, everyone, like, my message to, and I'm trying to give advice, people who see racist incidents. Like, if you see a racist incident, just report it. Like, if you can, try and get a photo of the person that was racist. I mean, I know it can be hard, because, like, a lot of people, if they, like, see you taking a photo of you, they'll probably try and attack you or something. Because, unfortunately, that's the way people are. Or report it to a nearby steward. Because at pretty much all football matches, at every one that I've been to, they take CCTV footage of the fans, and they can, like, hear what fans are saying and stuff. So just make sure that authorities and stuff are aware of it. And I think the football governing bodies, FA, UEFA, FIFA and stuff, they are trying to stop it. I'm not accusing them of not doing anything. I'm not calling them out being laissez-faire or whatever, but they can do more. And yeah, I mean, it's not a we'll stop it in 5 years or whatever. We'll take a stand now, not tomorrow, not in a week, not next year, not in 10 years' time. We start now, before it gets any worse. Like, it's a huge issue, unfortunately, and there's, like, me as a person, there's not a huge amount I can do about racism in football. I mean, I'm telling people to stop, but whether people listen to me, yeah, I'm just a 14-year-old. I'm just a 14-year-old. Like, I'm not on the streets protesting with banner or big sign or whatever. And the only way people are going to hear about my views on this if they click on this video or tap on it on their phone or whatever, and they've listened this long, because, like, sorry about it, but this video has been a bit long because I've just talked about so much. But what I'm saying, if we all work together, we can stop racism. It's horrible, I know. I want to get rid of it, and I'm sure everyone else does as well. I mean, and if you are racist, just stop. You're achieving nothing. You're just making people feel worse about themselves. Just stop it. Yeah. There's not a lot else I can say about it, but I hope you agree with me that diving and racism need to be stopped, and that they are ruining football. But yeah. Anyways, apologies about how long this video has been. But if you have enjoyed it and you want to spread awareness of these issues, then feel free to share the video or whatever. And yeah, apologies that this video has been a bit of me being one of those like politicians or whatever you see on TV, just campaigning about on an issue. But I think I don't think I know anyone that would say that they are in favour of racism. They think racism is cool or it's good or whatever. I mean, I know people that have been racist, but people learn from their mistakes, and I think the important thing to note is people can change. We need to change these people that are being racist. So I'm gonna stop now, but see you in the next video, guys, and others who are watching. Bye bye.